Oh my goodness, I am so excited to introduce you all to our next contributing author. This is Jacqueline Clare Philip. She is not only a contributing author on Messages from Beyond the Sun, but she is also the cover artist as well. And so, Jackie, welcome to the cast and to congratulations on becoming the contributing author and the cover artist.
Thank you, Robyn. I'm delighted to be here. It's been a wonderful experience. I'm Jacqueline. I'm an artist, channel, energy healer, and now published author. And excited to have my artwork on the cover of Beyond the Sun. No, Messages from Beyond the Sun.
Yes, that's wonderful. And thank you so much. And listen, I want to start by just having you share a little bit about your professional background and history, because as I have said on other episodes of the podcast, we have this very eclectic group of women who happen to be very accomplished in, we'll call them traditional fields, whether it's business or engineering, psychology, and now we have Jacqueline who is in the fine arts. So can you share with us a little bit about where you studied and how your career has gone leading up to being a contributor of the book?
Yes, I've always been an artist. I studied and completed my Master in Fine Art at the Royal Academy Schools in London. I then went on to win multi-awards with scholarships in Italy and Thailand. And I've been a lecturer in London, Florence, and Auckland. Since then, I've always worked as a professional artist, exhibiting internationally, and most recently in New York and Singapore at art fairs. I mentor students, and I've also trained in the Helix method, combining the energy work and the healing work with traditional creative aspects of my artistic career.
I love that. One of the things that stands out for me about your story, your origin story in particular, is how you said that when you were beginning to paint, it was too much, too bright, too much color. You were too much. And that's one of the themes I think that kind of runs, or the golden threads throughout the book, is how these accomplished women have all had that sense of, I'm too much. Can you speak a little bit about that?
I've always felt very different, as I'm sure many of us do, and especially the contributors to the book. And I never knew why. I didn't understand what others couldn't see, couldn't feel, couldn't hear. All the senses. I use all my senses when I'm painting, not just my brain, my eyes, but bringing in everything that I've experienced, everything that I feel. So really, I'm a conduit when I'm painting, and it flows through me, flows into my paintings, through my paintbrush, through my hands. And then I receive these channel messages while I'm painting. So it's a combination of the exquisite nature of the colors and hues, bringing in the luminosity and light, as well as these words of wisdom, these messages for others.
And so can you tell us a little bit more about the messages that come through? How does that work for you? Do you hear them in your inner ear, or does it come, how does that work?
I feel it comes from the paintings. It's a message from the paintings speaking through me. I see visuals, I hear, and I sense. It's a combination of all of those. I feel that it's light coming through me, color and light pouring through me, and it's infusing this rich tapestry of hue and luminosity into the paintings and into the writing. It's a harmonic resonance, which is being integrated into the work.
I love that. Why did you decide to join this project? Because remember, it's an author development program. So what called you into that program?
When Robyn invited me into the program, I knew I had to do it. I didn't know why, I didn't know how, I didn't know what I was going to write, but I just knew I had to do it. And through the process, I have really clarified my spiritual intelligence and integrated it into everything that I do, into my professional career, my daily life, and in what I'm offering others, to inspiring others. And through this work, I now understand how my painting is also a healing modality. It's not just an aesthetic, pretty picture or decoration. It has its own energy field. There are many portals for those who see it, surround themselves with them.
How is life different now that you've integrated the spiritual intelligence into all of the aspects of your life?
Everything is just expanded. Having been in two different identities, the spiritual intelligence, the career artist, I've managed to marry the two together, and everything just expands when you do that. It just makes you feel whole instead of two separate parts. It makes you feel part of something much larger.
I love knowing that. I love knowing that because, you know, this project, you've heard me say this, that the best-selling book campaigns are a dime a dozen. And, you know, everybody, that's just a given that, of course, we would do that. And what I set out to do is to develop authors, to bring them into their voices. And I didn't know what exactly was going to happen. I knew it felt correct. I knew that it was going to be a work of art in itself, but I didn't know, you know, the individual shifts that people would be making during that time. So that's really wonderful. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, I think that's the wonderful opportunity. It's been a journey of learning and really stepping out to be courageously who you truly are.
Mhm.
All of you, and
Yeah.
not dimming your light, as so many of us do.
Mhm.
So I hope that it will be an inspiration for others to really take those first steps, to take that journey.
I want to ask you, what are a couple of things that you had to overcome internally in order to get those words on the page, in order to finalize the chapters?
I think the main thing was, who, me? I can do this. I can say this. Self-judgment of others, judgment of being seen, judgment of talking about it. People thinking, she's a bit odd. Who is she to say that?
Who is
But
she to
really,
say that?
exactly. That's what it is. It's a journey of discovery and a gift to others to help them take those steps too, because it's really life-changing.
My life has certainly changed as a result of knowing you and having you be part of this project. And oh, you guys, we have a fun fact. So I don't know if everybody knows this, but I grew up in South Dakota, and there's a little tiny town in South Dakota, and I actually know somebody who grew up in that town, and it's called Philip, South Dakota. And it turns out Jackie's ancestor from Scotland is the founder of that town. What was his first name?
James.
James Philip.
It's called nicknamed Scotty Philip, being from
Scotty Philip,
Scotland.
yes.
But his name is
of
James
course.
Philip.
Yes. So I love knowing that. In fact, I told one of my sisters about that, and she said, "Oh yeah, so and so grew up there." And I thought, oh, that's even a smaller world. So that's our fun fact, is that we found out some interesting connections in our life. And what I want to invite you to do now, Jackie, is you channeled a piece for the cover art, Beyond Soleil. And I wondered if you would share that piece with us, and then we have a couple more questions and answers that we would love to ask you.
Interestingly, it originated here in Thailand.
Oh, yes. That's
when
where
I
you are
started
now.
the book. Yeah, where I am now. And it's sitting here right beside me. I
That's
don't know
funny
if you'll
because
see-
that's funny because the book originated here in Scottsdale, and here I am back in Scottsdale 10 months later,
yeah,
10 or 12 months
returning to
later.
the
Yeah.
origins.
Yes, yes.
So it was really about the illumination of me, the illumination of humanity, bringing in the cosmic light, bringing in illumination for the world, really. My tagline is healing humanity one painting at a time. And I think this painting really embodies that.
I love that. And it's Hue, Hue, humanity.
Yes. Although I noticed that the author, Amazon Author Central, wouldn't allow me to put that in. So anyway.
They're sticklers for spelling. Those folks don't make up words, they say. We will have fun with it anyway. So why don't you go ahead and read your channel?
Okay, the title is Beyond Soleil. So it's Beyond Soleil is an essence of being, an essence of light, of being the light and of the light, and the light infused with light. It is a beam, a ray, an orbit, a portal of ascension, a portal of connection, a golden thread from above and below, connecting you to the cosmos and the earth. A golden thread of fluid nectar, drinking in the nectar, drinking it into your body, pouring it into your body, pouring it into your vessel, filling it up with all that sparkly light, raising your frequency to expand that light and be the light. Be the light, be the lighthouse, be the light shore, illuminating you from inside out to illuminate others. All these light beams are connecting around the world, moment by moment, expanding the light by expanding the frequency, the consciousness of the planet. The planet is held in this light. The planet is energized by this light. The planet is the light, infused with gold, real gold, infused with light beams, light stars, light dust, golden dust, landing on this earth. Feel its warm embrace. Feel its love. Feel its love for you, for everyone on the planet. It is the light of love, the light of expansion, the light of abundance, the light of wealth. It is one with you and you with it. Pour it in, drink it in, be it, be the light, be the nectar, the golden nectar of light flowing through you, around you, and into the earth. A conduit from you to the earth and the earth to you, a golden sunbeam. You are a golden sunbeam, the gold of your body, the golden thread that unites the planet, unites humanity, the golden thread of healing light, true essence.
Thank you so much.
That illuminates what is inside of it.
Yes, it does. And I think that as I was listening to you, I was imagining every person who holds the book, whether it's a digital copy of it or the physical copy of it, every person is going to have the invitation to be infused and activated by that cosmic light, by Beyond Soleil. So I love that.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And tell us, okay, so there are a couple of things that I want to know. One is that you commission pieces, channeled pieces like Beyond Soleil. So is Beyond Soleil still available for purchase?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. I'm ready to let it go now.
We're ready to let it go. Okay.
Now the book is published, I'm ready to let it go into the world and illuminate someone else.
And then tell us a little bit about some of the gifts that you have for people as they are purchasing the book and, getting to know you along the way.
I'm offering an audio of that reading It's an activation as well as the text for the book, and it's the accompanying text and channel message for the channel painting Beyond Soleil. And I'm also offering a digital download wallpaper for your phone of the image of the painting with some illuminating text.
I love that. That's wonderful. You told me one time somebody shared with you that they had one of your paintings on their phone. What did they say about that experience?
They carry that everywhere they go. They feel very energized by it, but they also, whenever they need to drop in to feel calm and serene, they look at their wallpaper on their screen, their desktop and their phone. And they really centers them, brings them into alignment before they start working every day, which I think is lovely.
That's amazing. So one more question. How have you changed as a result of being on this project? What's different about you?
Being truly me. Courageously being truly me. No longer hiding, dimming. Allowing others to put me in a box. And I'm sure lots of people feel like that.
Yeah. I was chatting with some women, I think once we hit 50, we get to have a different conversation than before 50. At least that's my idea anyway. So I've talked to several women who are in their early 60s, late 60s, even in their 70s about this idea of having to ask questions. Am I too old for this? Or is this for me because I might be too old or whatever, or I might be invisible or whatever? What would you say to women of a certain generation, the Pepsi generation, the Gen Xers who are just at a different station in our lives about doing something like writing a book?
I think this is your time. It couldn't be a better time to be here on the planet and be a woman as things are changing and to inspire others.
I love that.
You have that lived experience.
Yes. Yeah, I think so too. I think that integrating all of these parts of ourselves and being able to come forward and say, this is what I know for sure right now. This is what I know for sure right now. And there may be some more things that I can learn, but for sure I know this, and this is what I'll write about. And I think that's the big gift that we have.
It's a gift to yourself to do it.
Oh, that's great. Jackie, thanks so much for joining us on the podcast. You guys, we're going to put the link to Jackie's gifts and her social media information so you can find her, follow her. If you're feeling called to commission a piece for her, I highly recommend it. Oh my goodness, I've talked to so many people who have worked with you on this, and they just say it's game-changing for them as well. So what a gift you give to your clients as well. So I'm looking forward to continuing this journey with you, and we will see everybody again with our next interview.
Thank you, Robyn, and congratulations on your first publication at Engelheim's Press.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sure there's more in the wings.
There's more in the wings for sure. Stay tuned.
Literally.
Exactly.
Thank you.